Children, we are starting with our last poem today, that is Aunt Jennifer's Tiger. Okay, I just tell you what is there in this poem. In this poem, Aunt Jennifer, okay, this represents all the women all over the world. Okay, which women which are oppressed by in their married life, which are oppressed by the male-dominated society. Okay, and tiger here implies that Aunt Jennifer wants to be like a tiger. Okay, here poetess wants to tell us that the women today also they are struggling for their freedom. Okay, for the respect in the society. And this poem tells us about tiger. We will start with the first paragraph. Aunt Jennifer's tiger spreads across the stream, bright topaz vision of the world of green. They do not fear the men beneath the tree. They pace in sleek clevics. Now, what they were saying that prince here, prince means jump over. Okay, here clevic, Chivalic. Clevic means honorable and brave. Here certainty means confidence, and sleek means smooth. So what he was telling, the poetess is telling here that Aunt Jennifer is knitting a tiger. And how does that tiger look? That tiger is jumping over. Okay, the tiger she's knitting is jumping over. Okay, the bright topaz resin. The color of the tiger is bright topaz because of yellow color. Okay, resin, the meaning is given in the book. A person or an animal or a plant that lives or grows or often found in a particular place. Okay, and where the tigers are being found, they are found of the world of green. World of green means forest. So Aunt Jennifer is knitting a tiger. That tiger is jumping over. It is a bright yellow color, and where it is being found, it is being found in the forest. Okay, they do not fear the men beneath the tree. Here the poetess is saying that the tigers are a fearless animal. They do not fear the people, those who came to hunt them, those who are hiding behind the trees, and those who are in a chance to hunt them. They don't even fear to them. Okay, they pace and sleep. Their movements are very smooth and honorable. This last line means that their movements are smooth, honorable, and confident. What are the qualities of a tiger denoted here? That the tigers are very honorable and confident. Okay, so now what he said that in this paragraph he's telling that Aunt Jennifer is knitting a tiger which is opposite to her character. Okay, Aunt Jennifer is dominated by her husband. Okay, she is in a oppression. We can say she is now struggling for her freedom. But where on the other hand, the animal which she is knitting, that is very confident, honorable, and fearless. Do not fear anybody. Okay, so in first paragraph, Aunt Jennifer told about the animal, his characteristics, and how he looks. Okay, next, second stanza, Aunt Jennifer's fingers fluttering through her wool find even the ivory needle hard to pull. Now, what he was saying here, that Aunt Jennifer's fingers are fluttering. Fluttering here means they are shivering. Okay, they are fluttering through her wool and find even the ivory needle hard to pull. He was saying that her fingers are fluttering so much that she is not able to hold the ivory needle. Ivory needle is very lightweight. It is made of the teeth of an elephant. It is very lightweight. So he was saying that she is not even able to hold that. Okay, ivory needle hard to pull, the massive weight of Uncle's wedding band that sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. And he was saying why her fingers are fluttering, why she's not able to hold the ivory needle. That is because his marriage is a burden to her. That is because the dominance of her husband. Uncle here denotes Aunt Jennifer's husband. Okay, wedding band is the wedding ring. Wedding band here denotes wedding ring. So he was what they were saying is the heavy weight of uncle. Wedding band, matlab her husband's. Okay, her wedding is a burden for her. Okay, she is being binding influence of her husband. She is the binding influence of her husband. She wants to come out of that dominated life, but she is not able to come out. And because of the dominant which she is saying that the domination of her husband, because of that, her fingers are fluttering. Okay. Last paragraph, when aunt is dead, her terrified hands will still ring in the ordinal she was mastered by. Now, ring with is surrounded by. Okay, ordinals is difficulties or hard experiences. Poet is saying that when aunt is dead, all the hard experiences which she had suffered when she was alive will go with her. Okay, whatever hard experiences are there in her life, which she suffered when she was alive, okay, when she is going to die, there is no change in the society. Because saying the society is not going to change. There is a male dominated society always, and it is never ever going to change. Okay, the tigers in a panel that she made will go on prancing proud and unafraid. And he was saying that, but the tigers she had made, okay, that tigers are also not going to change. Okay, they will always jumping ahead. They will always proud and unafraid. So here the poet is saying that when aunt is dead, the society has not been affected by his death. Okay, and the second thing is what? That when aunt is going to die, the tiger she has made in the panel, that is also not going to change his character. Okay, he is like that only, unafraid and proud. Now the question comes that why aunt wants to be like a tiger? She wants to be like a tiger. Why the aunt has knitting a tiger? She is knitting a tiger because she wants to be like a tiger. Fearless. She wants a respect in the society. She's struggling in her marriage. She's struggling under the male dominant society and she wants to come out. But she never came out and she died with all the sufferings. Okay, so this is your poem. Now I am going to tell you the figure of speech also. First of all, alliteration. Okay, first paragraph, last line. Clavic surgery is alliteration. Okay, second paragraph, first line, fingers fluttering is alliteration. Okay, now here last line, prancing proud. Last paragraph, last line, prancing proud is alliteration. Okay, now we will come to visual imaginary. Visual imaginary is second line, bright topaz risen is visual imaginary. World of green is again visual imaginary. This whole line is visual imaginary. Okay, she is knitting. And we are just imagining that it is of bright yellow color and the surrounding in the background is of green color because the tigers used to live in jungle, the forest. Okay. Irony, we can say the massive weight of uncle's wedding band. This is irony. Okay. The massive weight of uncle's wedding band is irony. Even this thing, weight of uncle wedding band is metaphor also. Weight of uncle wedding band is metaphor also. Okay, children. So this is your poem. Now I'll give you some important questions about it. Okay. First one is it came many a time. Okay. Write down why do you think Aunt Jennifer created animals that are so different from her own character? Why do you think Aunt Jennifer created animals that are so different from her own character? Okay, this question came in 2010, this question came in 2011, okay, then it came in 2015. So many a time this question came, so you should aware of it. That the questions are coming repeatedly means they are important one. Okay. So again, I'm going to repeat it. Why do you think Aunt Jennifer created animals that are so different from her own character? Okay. One more is there. How are Aunt Jennifer's tiger different from her? See, this is the same question. Okay, you will answer the same thing, but it came in 2014 in a different language. You can write it down also. How are Aunt Jennifer's tiger different from her from her. Okay, how are Aunt Jennifer's tiger different from her? Okay, now there are some stanzas question also. Okay, one stanza question only came, that is in 2017. That is of the second stanza. Aunt Jennifer's fingers fluttering through her wool. From here up till sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. Okay, up till here. There is only one. Okay, so you can use that. I give you the this from these lines. There are 4 questions. Just write it down. What is Aunt Jennifer's doing with her wool? First of all is, what is Aunt Jennifer doing with her wool? Second, why does she find it difficult to pull her ivory needle? Second question based on the line is, why does she find it difficult to pull her ivory needle? Okay. Third is, what does wedding band stand for? Third is, what does wedding band stand for? I told you what does wedding band stand for. Okay, describe the irony of the third line. Describe the irony of the third line. The irony is that the weight of the band is not that. The weight of the ring is not that much. But what is the weight here? Her domination which she is suffering under her married life, okay, by her husband. That is a problem. Okay, fine. So that is the irony. Okay, children, this is your important question and this is your short poem. So come prepared with that. Okay.